8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Coming soon. Snake River Manufacturing is developing a revolutionary new way to design and build a custom kayak trailer. This modular design lets you customize your trailer one piece at a time, allowing you to grow as you go.
You know, a lot of folks think gorillas can't read. But when the magazine's this good, even I had to subscribe.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me for episode 34 of the Kayak Cafe podcast. This episode is brought to you by Snake River Manufacturing. If you get an opportunity, please go to snakerivermanufacturing.us and check out all of the cool kayak trailers that Steve and the crew are putting together. If you want to get your kayak to the water in style, that's the only way to go. Go to snakerivermanufacturing.us. Also, this episode brought to you by Viking Kayaks. You go check them out. They have some great paddle kayaks to get you out in the fishing waters to take on any type of rough water they have. So go check them out. All right. So this is episode 34. This gentleman, I've watched several of his videos, putting some things together, watching him basically live a real life of fishing. So without further ado, this is Dave Urke.
Hi.
Hello, Dave. How are you?
Hi. How's it going?
AKA Wolf of Walmart, AKA Whole Angler Podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Dude, thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate this.
Not a problem. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, like I said, I've watched a bunch of your videos, and you pop up from time to time in my social media, and you're the kind of personality, if you will, that I'm just like, I gotta see what he's doing. I gotta click it. I gotta watch it. Yeah. And even with your Whole Angler Podcast, your logo with the glasses and mustache.
Yeah.
I was gonna try and find one before this and just like pop up and like, hey. So, but
yeah, the little Groucho Marx glasses and stuff, man. Oh, dude.
So
my tattoo artist came up with that. Actually, I was like, "Hey,
wow.
just put my face on a fish," and he's like, "Okay."
You're like, wait a minute, is that a insult or?
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Awesome. So for those people that are out there, can you give like a brief rundown of who you are and what you do?
Oh man, I do a lot, everybody. My name's Dave Urke. Hi, I live here in just outside of Sacramento, California. Hi, Dave. Yeah, I do a lot of kayak fishing. I come from the skateboard world. I still skateboard. So and those two societies are very similar. It's kind of crazy how very close those two lifestyles are. I got into kayak fishing a few years ago and I fell in love with it. And the fact that I could tinker on my kayak, I'm like a tinkerer. So that's really started to like scratch an itch I didn't know I had, basically. So I do a lot of stuff with my local kayak shop, which is Kayak City. I'm in there doing some builds, or I'm building on my kayak or whatever there, or sometimes here. It just depends on basically the time of day. I'm a father of 2, about to be 3. So my hands are pretty full if you don't see a lot of content from me for a minute, yeah, I'm living my life. I'm a contractor. So I work a construction job. I'm always doing something. I shake and move a lot. And now, yeah, like, thanks. I like the hat too. I literally just started talking with Jason Woods over there at FluxJet, and I'm going to be testing some of his kayaks out. We're going to have some fun, dude. So I'm really excited to see where that goes.
Southwest looking at logos over here. Come on now. Jumping the gun on me. That was like later on.
Yeah, we'll get down there.
We'll get down.
Yeah, that's the short end of it, man. Like, I kind of do a lot,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I also host a podcast, but that's for my own selfish interest, basically, because I feel like there's a lot of questions that are left unsaid in most fishing interviews, and I don't really care about the fishing because I can listen to 50 other podcasts about fishing. Like, I want to know more about the person. So
yeah, that's what you know what? I'm glad you said that, because that's the one thing that I like to learn is like the backstory of people,
Yeah.
because um, there's so many interesting things about people that you just never would ever know.
Right.
Like the videos of you grinding and sliding down curbs and stuff.
Yeah. Most of them I'm just falling, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah. mean, I own a photo
skateboarded
studio,
for
and I went
years.
and we have a skate park across the street, and this
Okay.
kid was like, "Come take pictures of me." And I was taking a picture, and he's up in the air, boards just twirling. Took the
Yep.
picture, never landed a trick. He's like, "Oh, it's awful." I was like, "Why?" He's like, I didn't land a trick." I'm like,
Yeah.
it's still like I froze you in the air. Anyone that sees this is never gonna know if you landed it or not. So anyone that sees that picture, you're like killing it.
And so put it as a photo of the most perfect hook set that you never landed the fish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Like it's the fishing and skateboarding, the amount of failure to success rate, like the failure rate to success rate,
Mhm.
it's so similar. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how many casts do you make before you catch fish?
It's probably equally as rewarding. Like you have a full day of not landing a trick, but you had a blast out there flipping the board.
Absolutely, dude. And thank you for saying that, because people don't, mind you, you fall, it hurts, but
Mhm.
like the drive to get to that trick, even if you don't necessarily land it that day, you've
Right.
learned so much. Like you've basically eliminating water, or eliminating presentations, like eliminating baits. Like
Mhm.
you the skater will know. You eliminate like all these variables, so the next time you go out there and try it, you're that much closer, dude.
Yeah.
But I will say, at the end of an 8-hour day fishing,
Mhm.
I can go to work the next day at 43. At the end of an 8-hour day of skateboarding, I don't go to work for a week.
Oh.
I barely move. It's just
Yeah, I
go
can
work.
imagine.
Yeah.
That would be a
Yeah.
a Bengay kind of day.
Yeah, dude, totally. My wife's got this stuff. It's all natural. It's called Deep Blue, and I live in that stuff. It's pretty bad. So,
Let's see.
but yeah, just went from skating the banks to fishing them. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, I do both, but yeah.
So do you still skate, or is it?
I do still skate. In fact, I did not skate for a couple years because of a thing with my ankle.
Mhm.
And I finally just picked it up about 6 months ago. I went and hung out with some old buddies, and one of my buddies, I was skating with him, and he just got me sparked again. So I was like, all right, cool, man. So yeah, I've been skating, not like I used to. Like I said, I'm my own boss now, so I got to show up to work every day. But yeah. I mean, I'm back on the board, and I'm actually filming clips again, which doesn't make any sense to anybody else, but for me, it's going to be like my old man happiness.
Are you gonna do one of the old school promo videos? I'm Dave. Dave.
Get the gleam in the cube, like hair whip, like.
Yeah. It could be a great transition, like you falling off of the skateboard and landing in the kayak.
Oh,
Like-
so we're on the same page. I've found a couple little different boat docks where I'm waiting to, like, one of my kayaks to have a crack in it, or just not be usable anymore, and I'm going to do a trick into my kayak and see if I can land it. So yeah, it's
nice.
Gonna be fun.
Now I see you have a son. Does he skate? Is he following in your footsteps?
He skateboards sometimes. He's 10, so he'll skate for 10 minutes, he'll scooter for 10 minutes, he'll ride his bike for 10 minutes, and then he wants to play video games for, or he'll go play with his friends. And he's also at that weird turning point age where I was cool, and now I'm not as cool because he has friends. So I'm only cool when his friends can't play. So
do a kickflip in front of their friends, you're like still cool.
Oh, I do. It's the newest dad flex. Like back in the day when he was younger, I'd make him pick up my tool belt, and he could barely pick it up, and then I just pick it up with one hand. That's like a dad flex,
Right.
And then now I can't do that no more. So it's like I'll do like a kickflip in front of his friends or something. They're all, and he's all, yeah, I could probably do that.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Dad, get away.
Yeah.
My oldest son, he's always been he was never embarrassed of anything. If I threatened to do something, he's like, do it.
Yeah.
I dare you. I'm going to tie my shirt in a knot and take you to school. He's like, put up or shut up, old man. I'm like,
Yeah.
You
I love it.
You know, the judge says I can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Not in front of the school.
Not in front of, yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, people give me a hard time about this mustache walking into school to go pick him up. I'm like, hey, man,
They're like, take that mask off before you come in. Like, man, that's wrong. So do your kids fish with you, or?
My son does.
Mhm.
He doesn't do it all the time. Like I said, everything's for like 10 minutes. He'll catch a bunch of bluegill, and once he catches like 20 or 30, he's like, all right, I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, I'll take him to a creek out here, like by the house, and he'll catch a couple spotted bass. He has a good time doing it, but you know, he's getting to that age where like he used to do it all day with me, and now it's like, oh, I'm gonna play with my friends. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah. I put my youngest in a kayak, and he just floated all around me. And I'm like fishing this way, and he was just like, "What are you doing?" Like, I'm fishing, dude. Go this way. God, you just want to be that guy.
Yeah.
And then I tied him to the kayak, and I look back, and he's sleeping, just like full tilt out.
Yeah, I got him a little kayak. The Kayak City guys actually gave him one of these little kayaks, and it's awesome for him. Like, it's a sit-in, but somehow he's small enough he can stand up and fish out of it.
Yeah.
So he just fishes, and like he likes doing it. He'll chase the ducks. I like, you know, he's a kid. Like, it's anything to keep moving. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I saw somewhere on one of your as we were talking, I did a little research, and you had like a fear of the water. Do you still have that fear of the water?
Mm-hmm. It's not as bad as it was. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I will get in the pool if my kids are swimming now. Before kayaking, I would fish the banks.
Mm-hmm.
I would fish out of the back of a boat, as long as it was a stable feeling boat, and that would be about it. Like, if it was a pool party, I would show up in jeans.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm cool. Like, I'll run the barbecue. I will serve drinks. I'll be kicking it over here. Like, I'm just not a fan. I panic when I'm in water. It's something in my brain that I haven't quite touched yet.
Right.
I do therapy. Like, I'm not afraid to say that kind of stuff. It's something in my brain that I have not touched yet, that I haven't found out why. But I hit water and I panic.
So I will say, normally I don't have a fear of water, but I dumped the kayak one time in the Chesapeake Bay.
Ooh.
And just before I dumped it, I had a dolphin go by, a porpoise, and it was as long as the kayak I was in. And when I went down, you know, not that I could see my feet normally, but yeah. I couldn't see my feet. And I was like, what's down near my toes? Oh, then all the stuff went through my head. So yeah, I was scrambling to get back into that kayak.
I mean, I tell people like this because I grew up next to the ocean, and I had to come up with interesting ways to say I didn't want to get in the ocean. People aren't meant to think fourth dimensionally. So you think of three dimensional, you think of everything around you, you think of things above you, but you're standing on the ground. So when you add a fourth dimension, which is basically every direction, including below you, there could be mileage. Like, it kind of puts your brain in like this weird fritz for a minute. You know, some people love that. They're like, I lose myself in that feeling. For me, I lose my mind in that feeling. I am totally not cool with it. So that's just how I think. So
if you were using your electronics and you notice it goes from like 6 foot to 60 feet, does that play with you a little bit too?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. It does for myself as well, because re-entry is not my strongest point, you know, because being my size, I like to fish near the bank. So that would be my thing, is like, 30 feet. Nope, that's over me.
Just know, if I'm flipping a kayak, I can touch the bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, I will not touch the bottom to see how hard it is or show how easy it is to get back in a kayak.
Mm-hmm.
But know that every safety precaution is taken. Because I've gone out to Folsom Lake, which is right by my house. And I mean, we were out there fishing the other 5 months ago, we were out there fishing and couldn't buy a bite. And this guy came by and he was like, he's all, I got one. And we're like, how'd you get him? He's all, a drop shot, 80 feet. And that was like shallow for that time of year. We were floating over 120 feet gorges. And like, yeah, it's just like, wow. We were testing out the new Wilderness Systems Tactical 128 Pro.
Oh yeah.
So I had my PWR, and we brought the 128 Pro out from the shop, me and my buddy James Snyder. Shout out James Snyder. Everybody needs to know that name because he's too afraid to get in front of the camera. But he's a genius. And so we were testing that thing out, and I felt safe. Like I felt I was in 2 kayaks that I was like, all right, these are stable enough for me to feel comfortable. But if I was in like my RVR, which I've done on Lake Folsom, I stay right next to the bank.
So what do you think of the 128 Pro? Do you like it? Is it a
Ooh, so okay, the tactical 128 Pro, there's pros and cons. I mean,
Mhm.
I like the size, I like the style of it. I think it's really cool, like a little mini barge.
Mhm.
The seat is incredibly comfortable. I don't like the thinness of the plastic. Like I feel like if they added foam below the seats or even some more scupper holes to make the walking deck a little bit, and I say walking deck because it basically is, you have a walking
Right.
deck, make it a little bit more rigid. I'd like it a little bit better. The wiring that comes stock, you really want to make sure, because they're pumping those things out, and you really want to double check all your connections and stuff, because something could fry real quick. Like
Right.
that's what we found out on our test drive on a demo. Like we were using one of the prototype models, so of course it was,
Right.
not the greatest. But anytime there's wiring involved, check it.
Yes.
Just check it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't know how a poor connection could cause a lot of trouble. Not just things not working.
Yeah,
Especially
exactly.
when you have a large lithium battery pushing a lot of amperage, then you create heat.
Mhm.
And in a plastic boat, that's not
Not at all.
no
Yeah.
bueno.
If you see white smoke, you have about 2 minutes.
Yes.
Like move quick. So
Yeah, there's actually a company that makes um, a fire extinguisher, but it's more of it looks like a road flare. I was talking to them about how it will work with lithium batteries, because I think that's something that's going to have to be addressed at some point with all of the accessories and voltage and batteries. At some point, you're going to have to either mitigate the fire or get off, or
Mhm.
both.
Mhm.
So,
and just so everybody knows, we're talking electrical fire. So that doesn't mean flip your kayak upside down and the fire's going to go out. That's not going
no,
to happen. Like that is a totally different type of fire. If anybody took physics in school, mind you, I was a dummy. I never even graduated high school, but I do remember this: that electrical fires, there is no water or oil that can put that thing out. It has to be like a complete sand compact extinguish. So
right.
yeah.
It can be, it'll get interesting real quick.
Yeah.
So it's like the Christmas tree that's been sitting in the house for 6 months. Woof.
Yep. Yeah, dude.
So another thing I was sort of touching on your videos.
Mhm.
What I like about your videos is you do the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like
Mhm.
whatever your day is. Like I saw one where you're casting and you hit the rods and they just
Yep.
went with you. And I'm
Yep.
like, I've never done that. you know, this is
It's real, dude.
real. There's like the
Yeah.
moment. So, and we were discussing. I think that your YouTube channel is like a hidden gem. Like there's a bunch of cool stuff on there.
Thanks,
There's
man.
great conversations with people. There's great information where you're sharing how to stuff, and it's like real deal stuff. So
Appreciate it. Yeah. No, that was I mean, we were talking beforehand, and I was saying like originally my YouTube channel was just supposed to be a living photo album.
mhm.
I've since abandoned the living photo album, and now I have an external hard drive for all the family stuff, for the kids later on.
Mhm.
I had grandparents; all of them are gone, passed away, and I miss them, and I wish I could like relive some of those memories or like watch them, and I can't because it's all on VHS because I'm that age, and so to have some sort of media where my kids will be able to look back on or something down the line would be cool. I'm not all about myself in these things. Like that's exactly, it was for that. What ended up happening was people liked how I put something together, or people liked the kayak that I was talking about. And I was like, okay, cool. And I kept doing that, and I was doing it with Kayak City, and it just kind of grew. I mean, like we were talking about, I don't have a huge following, man. I'm not like a famous, like I'm not the
Mhm.
YouTube star, dude, but like I appreciate you saying that, because like the stuff that I want to put out is like what any guy would be doing in his garage, or
Right.
what any person would run into. Like I'm not trying to tell you you need to get this special wiring harness for this, and you got to buy it from these guys. No, man, I got this, and I did this, and I put this together, and it works or it doesn't. Like,
Right.
and I fumble my way through it, and you get to watch. That's just kind of how it is.
And you still have the PWR
Yeah, the 129. Yeah, it's
129.
that baby's right here. Yeah. So Yeah, my garage is small. It's like right here.
Yeah. Do you have any more projects planned for it?
Man, don't ask me that, because I have a list in my phone of like 4 builds that I want to do on it, and it's basically like abandoning what I have, taking it all apart and redoing it in a different way, and for a different body of water, for a different style of fishing. I do want to put some sort of anchoring system on it. I use the Anchor Wizards on my RVR, and I got the. You ever heard of 3D Yak, the website? Yeah, so he's got like these kickoffs that kind of kick it at 35 degrees, so you're not banging your knuckles on your seat, because the RVR seat's kind of low. So those work great. So I got those on there, and now I use them all the time. But on the PWR, I'm thinking to do like some sort of power pole. So I think that's like going to be the next goal, is to do something like that, get like some sort of anchoring system put on it.
Yeah, I never knew how much I would love the power pole until I got it. Like it's the coolest thing. Even like certain lakes where you're paddle only, not using the motor, and you just like you're paddling against the wind, and you're like, oh, I just hit the button, it just stops me.
Yeah.
And then I want to go again, hit the button again, and it's nice and quiet, so there's no kaploof with something going in the water,
and
so it's really smooth.
Yeah.
It's not the cheapest option, but it's really nice.
No, and that's kind of what I've gone with the PWR. Was if I want to do something with the PWR, I want to do it right. You know, the RVR is like my fun. It's my scum runner, I call it. Like, it's made for rivers, but you would be surprised how well it works in like mucky, shallow water. Like, it works really well.
You can always go with the I think Yak Gadget makes a pole system that is on a pulley.
Yep.
So that's a more cost-effective option.
Yeah, no, it is. But I want to do the stuff that I do for like figuring it out. It's usually on the RVR, and then when I come up with I want to use this electric. I want to have the BWR is kind of like my little mini battleship. Like, it's
gotcha.
I take my time with that girl. So.
And do you have a motor on that one?
Yeah, I got the NK300 right now, so I like it. I really like it. I didn't expect to have that kind of power. It took a minute to get used to.
Yeah, I have the Bixby. I like the Bixby because I can swap it between boats really quickly. It's not like a super fast, but I mean, I don't do competitions or tournaments, so I'm happy to get there when I get there.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like if I had a high horsepower unit, I would use it. Like it's like dies in an hour at full tilt. I'd be the hour guy.
The first day I had it, I ran it at 100% to see what I could do with it, and in 8 hours, I killed a 36 amp hour, 30 amp hour battery in 8 hours. Like, drained it. Paddled to the ramp. Like, it died like 100 yards before the ramp. But I like the 300 because I have my buddy Andy Dwyer, and we go fishing a lot, and we do this thing called Snuggy Buddy. And because he had a pedal drive and I was just paddling in the RVR, so I'd grab onto his A-trail on his PA and he would just pedal us places. Well, now that I have the motor, he just grabs onto the PWR and I just push us around, and I had it on the 180, and so when I got the 300, dude, I get us across the lake like that. It's awesome. It works really good for what we use it for. You know,
a little piggyback system. Yeah. Snuggy Buddy. I like that. That's a shirt right there,
dude. You know, I use that Rogue Gear kayak strap. We just do that because it's got a little handle. It just holds on.
Yeah, you put that on the shirt with the mustache, you'll never be allowed in school. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
So someone touched on already, but you were I see your video where you went to see FluxJet.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
Oh, I can't tell you everything I saw, but I can tell you what I did see is it is absolutely incredible. Like, what Jason has going on over there, and the idea is that he's going to have like basically an open forum page for like custom parts, so people can either get the custom part from him or they can get the prints and 3D printed themselves. Like, it's genius. Like, he's literally doing what I've been trying to do for a very long time, which is just help everybody. Like, let me help you. Like, if you gotta, like Jason's doing his FluxJet, he's all, you know, what are you looking for? I'm like, I'm looking to help you, dude. What can I do to help you? Like, I believe in your product. I believe in you. You're a solid dude. What can I do to help you? You know? And so he's doing the same thing, but for everybody. He's like, hey, here, let me put this together. It'll help you. Like, it's less you got to do, more time you get to spend. And we had a good conversation about it. It takes an hour. I don't know about you, but an hour total, either getting the kayak in the truck, getting it down to the water, and then re-rigging it all up just to get in the water, and then to do that to go home. That takes an hour to 2 hours out of my day where I could either be fishing or hanging out with my family.
Oh yeah.
So he's basically creating an environment and a solution for that by basically putting it all together ahead of time. So
I was chatting with Jason before they went to ICAST, and he was telling me about everything, and I was like, dude, it's an industry disruptor. It's gonna change a lot of things, because it's gonna other manufacturers might not go to a jet, but they're gonna take it serious to step up their game.
Yeah,
I can guarantee that. So
absolutely. Yeah. I said it in the video, like people talk about it as like a game changer or whatever. Like I don't use the word game changer. I'm not famous enough to say game changer and have it mean anything.
Right.
But what I can tell you is it's definitely a different perspective, and it's going to change the way everybody looks at this. For sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because I was talking to him, and he was going over what it was, and I was like, holy crap. He's like, oh yeah, and then the wiring, it's wired, it has lights, and it'll take a 12 volt, 24 volt, 36 volt, it'll step up and step down. And I'm like, wow. And then he said the price point, and I was like, dude, you don't even know what you've done.
yeah, exactly, dude.
Yeah, you've made everyone in the industry very mad, and everyone who's buying a kayak very happy.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's gonna hurt some feelings. Like that's the thing with like innovation is something a little bit different, something new. Like,
yeah,
I was talking to Ramel about foot steering, right? And everybody's commenting or finding a way to like upgrade or do something different with the Wizard Works foot steering. You know what I'm saying? The Wizard FCS, right?
Yeah.
They didn't think of it beforehand, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, he was the one that came up with it. Sure, everyone can be a pro with it now, but you never came up with it in the first place, So for him to just introduce that, change the foot steering game overnight. Like, there's so many different models of like how to do that now. So I feel like the same thing's going to happen with Jason. He's going to come out with this, and it's going to blow the doors off stuff. People are going to be like, oh my gosh. And like, everyone's going to have to play catch up.
Right. And I think the open source format for their accessories is going to be an interesting turn of events for the community as well.
And best believe, dude, I'm bringing the PWR out there. I'm gutting that sucker, and I'm keeping just me and the motor in that thing. And we're going to do some racing. Like, we're going to have some fun. Like, I want to see. We're going to put this thing to the test. I'm going to jump it. I'm going to get it stuck. I'm going to try and break it a bunch of different times. And then I'm going to race it against the PWR. It's going to be fun. Like, there's really no limit on it. And I'm allowed to do whatever I want with it for the most part. I mean, besides steal it, like he's like, dude, I want you to try and break this. I'm like, okay. So yeah.
Challenge accepted.
And the best part about it is I'm nobody. I have no history in this game. Like we've talked about this. I do a lot of things, but I am very under the radar of almost everyone. So I am just you. I'm you. I'm Joe Blow. I'm just regular guy. I have no industry contacts or knowledge, or like I got no ulterior motives. I just want to see what I can do with this thing.
You're not beholden to anyone, so it'll be an unbiased.
Exactly. It's unbiased and it's real because I'm new to this. So like on top of that, I don't have 20 years in a kayak to like balance all this knowledge against or all this experience against. It's me experiencing it for the first time. So it's more genuine that way.
Right. And plus, if let's say there's a situation where you, let's say you're experienced and you shouldn't do that because it might break, and you're like, I'm going to full send it, and then it breaks. You're like, well, fix it. It should make it. It should make it over that. In my mind, I should be able to take that jump.
Like he knows how to turn that thing and how tight he can get it. I don't. I'm gonna get in there. I'm probably gonna go upside down a couple times. It's probably gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna start off in the shallow.
Yes. Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah. Or a pool so I can see my feet.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I passed. I was gonna ask you this because, like I said, dirty water I don't like being in because I don't know what's below. And my son is a lifeguard. He's a swimmer for several different competitions. He's been to states. He went to summer camp for the 1 mile swim. He didn't even try it because it was dirty water and he couldn't see what was in the water. So,
really?
Yep. I'm like, why didn't you get your 1 mile swim badge? He's like, I don't know what's in that water. I'm like, not alligators or anything. I mean, so yeah. So, but are your kids, are they okay with water?
They're fish.
Oh,
My kids are
good.
fish.
That's good.
It is a solely me thing. Like everybody else, my wife's fish, my kids are fish. Like everybody, my daughter doesn't even know how to swim, but will not get out of the water. We got her that little floaty vest, like,
Mhm.
and she just sits there and like kicks her little legs and like turns, and she just has. She won't leave. She loves it. She'll live there. So I'm
She's
wow.
like, come get me, Dad.
Yeah, she does. She'll get out and like way too deep of water for me, and I'm like, I look at my wife. I'm like, you gotta go get her. I'm not. This is, I can't even throw a rope that far. Like, no,
You just tie one of your rod lines around the back and just like reel her in. You're not getting away from me.
I've thought about it. If it's ever a daddy and daughter water day, I'm definitely going to tie her up to something. So yeah,
sweet.
Yeah.
So we mentioned Kayak City. So Kayak City, I've seen a couple of your videos where you were there doing some rigging and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do rigging for Kayak City from time to time?
From time to time, yeah. I do a lot more for them. I feel bad, but I do a lot more for them in the winter. Like I said, I work construction and I own my own company. So when work is slow, like they are kind enough to basically tempt me in on a payroll situation. And I come in and I work in the shop and I work on kayaks or I do whatever they tell me to do. I'll shoot videos or, I mean, I shoot videos for them either way, but come the winter, it's, whatever you want. I got you.
Do you find the rigging for them, does that fulfill your DIY needs from time to time?
Okay, sometimes it really does, because you'll get like a really interesting build or something. You're like, oh, I'm gonna try this. This is gonna be fun. This is new. And then James Snyder, he's always there, so I kind of have a safety cushion if I run into a spot where I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm like, James, and he's like, oh, just do this. Did this. Oh,
cut
okay.
the red wire.
Yeah. Well, the wiring's pretty okay. I'm okay with that. It's trying to figure out, I don't want to punch too many holes. I don't want to punch, because the way I see things aren't always the best way.
Right.
And so that's why I do a lot of stuff on my stuff, like I go through my kayaks, so I'm not hurting somebody else's. But once you've done a few, it's kind of pretty similar all the way around, unless somebody wants something really custom, which is a fun thing to do because I get to get back there with big sheets of plastic and I pull out my tools and I mod and I make plastic plates, like, battery boards or whatever they need, like it's kind of fun to really get into that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, it definitely fulfills it to a point, but a lot of it's pretty much, I want a new screen, or I want a fish finder on my kayak, or, I want a motor, but not pedal steer. Okay. I want, it's like, okay, cool. Couple bolts and a motor pole, so
I got into automotive because I love to hot rod my car. And then when I got into automotive, it wasn't hot rodding cars. So that's when it becomes the weird transition, is like, okay, I like to do this. And I thought this was going to fulfill that. So I'm glad to hear that there's still moments where it still hits you with the.
It does. Yeah. Like, dude, he's got this one guy. James has a buddy who James works on his kayaks, but James lets me help sometimes, and lets me help him because they have a previous relationship. So he'll have this guy. This guy comes in. I want this with this, and it's like, that sounds so sick. And James is like, I got you, man. And he just does it. And he's like, you want to help? I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, this is rad. And then, like, me and James are always like trying to find ways to tuck wire or to like hide cable, like the cleanest possible. Like, the idea is you would open a hatch or anything, you don't know that there's a bunch of electronics in there. That's the point,
Oh, yes.
So
cable management at its finest.
So fun.
Yeah, that was when I first started working at the dealership, I was told to find something everyone hated and get really good at it, and that's why I chose electrical. So that was my jam. I love routing wires and just the whole thing of it. So, yeah, the cable management portion of it would be very fun for me, especially if the routing might not be fun on some of them, because we just had someone on who did rigging for Festive Waters, and he's like, man, some of them, it's just, you got to like flip the kayak around to make the wires go through. So like a little Jenga. So
well, if you use rare earth magnets, that helps. if you electrical tape a rare earth magnet to the wire that you're trying to pull, or the string that you're trying to pull before, like a chase string before a wire or something like that, and you run the rare earth magnet down the bottom hole of the kayak, you flip it upside down, you run it that way, you can at least get it to where it needs to go. It's pretty
tips
fun.
and tricks.
Yeah. Oh, another trick, if you guys want wire management and you have old rod sleeves sitting around, cut the end of your old rod sleeve off, just cut the tip off and zip tie both ends. When you run the wire through it, you just zip tie both ends at the end. That's what's called wire loom anyways, so
Yeah.
you can loom up all your wires, and then you can zip tie, sticky back that to anything you want on the inside of your kayak, and it kind of just contains them instead of having a bunch of light, because everybody's running lights. So we don't need a bunch of little spirals everywhere. Just run it through the loom and tie it up tight to the top. You're good.
So you mentioned doing videos for Kayak City. How long have you been doing videos? Like what got you into doing videos? I mean, other than you said you want to do a documentary for the family, but
yeah. Well, skateboarding, again, sorry, back to skateboarding. Skateboarding is documentation. Like when you're doing something, if you want it to be known, or you want it to be seen, or you want to have that, there's a lot of talk in the streets about, oh, this person did this, oh, this person did that. You don't see it. Did it really happen?
Right.
So documenting is always a important thing to me. And I see a lot of videos. I was seeing a lot of videos on YouTube when I got into fishing. Everybody's YouTubing this, YouTubing that, videos. I was at Kayak City. I got some wheels, the Boondocks kit. And I was like, hey, I want to get these installed. And they're like, it's this much. I'm like, I'm going to try it. And so I went home and I said, I'm either going to look like super dumb, or I'm going to look like I know what I'm doing. And so I pulled out that Boondocks kit. I took one look at everything that needed to be done. And thank God I have a little bit of like construction knowledge. So assembly comes hand in hand with that.
Right.
So I was like, all right, cool. But I didn't know you weren't supposed to cut down the extrusion, but I cut my extrusion down to fit the way I thought it should fit. I cut it with a miter saw because it's aluminum. So as long as you use a fine finish blade, you can cut aluminum pretty good. Just go slow. So I cut the extrusion and I put the whole thing together, and I documented the whole thing. I just filmed the whole thing. I'm like, everything. And I over explained everything. And it was like, it's like a 2-hour video of putting on wheels. It takes like 20 minutes, but I just over explained everything. I talked about everything and I did everything. And I was like, all right, cool. Because if I ever saw a video of something that I wanted to do, I wanted the over explanation. I would want to see that, not knowing anything. And explain to me why I'm using this wrench, not just this is the wrench it comes with, this is the wrench you use. Well, this is the wrench you come in. It's a metric, and you can use it this way or this way. You can also use an SAE, but you need to put a rubber adapter on it so it backfills everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You can do different things. Like a square number 2 drill bit is the same as you can use it in a number 3 Phillips tip hole. It's all these little tricks and tips that you learn in construction that nobody really knows. I'm like, I just try and add that into my videos because not everybody has a square number 2, or not everybody has a number 3 tip. And a lot of these quarter 20 screws are a number 3 drill bit. Like, no one knows that. They use the number 2 and they burn holes in it, so you can use a number 2 square, or you go get a number 3 Phillips. And so I just put that kind of stuff in my video. And I put it out there, and I was like, whatever. If somebody watches it, they watch it. I called my buddy Matt Souders over at the Catch podcast at the time, and I was like, hey, I made this video, and he's an over-explainer like I am. So he was like, dude, I love it. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm glad somebody liked it. That's all I needed was somebody to just be like, you're on the right path. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep doing this. Like, it's not hurting anybody for me to set up my iPad or my camera in the garage and just work on stuff. It's not hurting anybody. And if nobody watches, I'm not losing anything because it's not like I had a huge following to begin with, So when it comes to the YouTube stuff, like, I just want to put it out there. I just want to help. I just want to be there. If the guy who doesn't know nothing gets a kayak and wants to put something on it, if I have a video of it, it's there for you to watch. That's really it. If it never gets famous, I don't care.
Care. So I was doing a podcast, and one of the first, and we're talking about CPR tournaments. And my brother texted me. He's like, what's CPR? And I was like, CPR? And I said it like cocky or arrogant. I was like, CPR's catch, photo, release. And he's like, and then later on, he's like, hey, dummy, not everyone knows what CPR is. I'm like,
Right.
oh, okay.
Right.
Mom says you can't call me dummy. Yeah.
You know what? You know
did,
what
though.
my wife does not know? The difference between a spinnerbait and a Senko.
Mhm.
But she knows what she does know? How to disassemble something because I've overly explained it to her so many times. You know what I'm saying?
Lefty loosey.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's what I try and put out in the videos. Like I
Mhm.
definitely am myself. Like I'm not ashamed to be who I am. I like jokes. I like goofing off. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Not
And-
everybody can be a cowboy. Some of us.
And
gotta be
also,
clowns.
I would say maybe it's a generational thing, but I would dare say that you and I have the ability to think our way through a problem and figure it out.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who don't have that ability because they're more adept at other types of problem solving.
Mhm.
So when it comes to anything technical, you do need that over explanation and the slow. This is this pin goes down right after you open it.
Yep.
You got to break it down for them because I've seen some videos online that I'm just like, how do they not know how to open a can with a can opener? And then you're
Yep.
like, well, I guess if you've ordered food your whole life and now you're at school and there's a can in front of you, what do I do with this thing? So
It's the biggest pet peeve of mine to watch a how-to video and the guy literally goes, and it's together.
right.
No, man. Like, no. Show me what you did wrong. Like, let me know. Let me learn from your mistakes, because I don't want to go buy the product again because I watched this video and it clipped out 3 important pieces that I did not figure out myself.
The
But like you said, you and me are more problem solvers. So
the worst for me is when you're watching it because there's something I'm hung up on and he gets to that portion and he skips over it.
yes.
Like I watched 45 minutes of this video for that one thing and then you jumped over it.
Dude, I'll bust myself. I was gonna put an anchor trolley on the RVR. Like, oh, I got this anchor trolley. It's cheaper than Anchor Wizards, because I was trying to save some money, and I put them on, or I didn't put them on, but I was like trying to put it up right, and I'm like, these bolt patterns don't work right. This isn't gonna line up. Blah blah blah. And I was like, dang. I was like, well, I guess it's not gonna work, guys. Like, sorry, I say guys like people actually watch. I'm sure they like. I've gotten some views, so like somebody watches, but like. Whatever. I guess that's what YouTubers or people who are on YouTube say. It's guys. So I say guys a lot. And then I got a comment like, yo, dummy, you had them on sideways. You need to turn them in and they fit fine. I'm like, oh. So,
Yeah. And when working on cars, I used to hate that. Like the starters were my big thing. Like you'd see someone who's fighting it
Mhm.
and then always, no matter who it is, they will walk up and say, what's wrong? Starter won't come out. And they just grab it and it comes right out.
Yep.
Like, I did the same thing 45 times. And they're like, no, you didn't do it like this. Yeah. It's always that way.
Yeah.
That one person who's not necessarily, I wouldn't say that they're a higher skill level than you. They just have that cocky ability to walk up and make it work.
I have a buddy like that. Drives me absolutely nuts. Like he is that guy. He is Mr. Guy. He can do whatever he does. He does it first try and he does it every try. And I'm like, I hate you.
Like, jump in my shoes and fail once in a while.
Yeah, and that's what I try and put in the video too. I always try and put that in the videos, is like me messing up. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I like seeing that sometimes because you're like, I've done that. One of my videos that has done really well on TikTok is just me sitting in the middle of a stump field talking about how I couldn't catch a cold. There's like I've thrown everything I could throw, and there's just they won't bite. But so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
The Wolf of Walmart. How did you come up with that name?
So there's a movie called The Wolf of Wall Street, right? It came out. I was hanging out with some buddies, and I'm not ashamed to admit I'm in recovery now. I used to do a lot of drugs, and I used to do a lot of drinking. I used to party a lot, and I used to do a lot of dumb things that put me in a lot of dumb places. So when I saw that movie, we were all hanging out talking. I was like, yeah, I was kind of like that guy. Like that's kind of like what my life was like. And but a little bit more low budget. And my buddy's like, yeah, like the Wolf of Walmart. And I was like, yeah, a little more methy like that. And we just started laughing. And that was about the time Instagram was like, I was getting on Instagram. I was like, that's my name. And I just went with it. So
that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. I was like, Wolf of Walmart. Man, there's got to be a story behind that.
It's a pretty terrible story. But honestly, look at it this way: I pigeonholed myself because now I could never brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be in trouble. I don't plan on branding. I'm never planned on getting people.
You could just be the whole angler.
I thought about it.
You could just
Yeah.
branch off.
Well,
Yeah.
I got a whole angler Instagram, but I don't do much with it. I should do more. I was talking to a couple people. I am going to start doing more with it. It's just I need the time to sit down and edit out small clips. And it's just time right now is
Right.
not my friend. So
Do you you edit all your own stuff? I'm assuming. Do you do it like in your phone, or you use like programs online, or?
I do it. So if I'm doing phone edit, like a vertical edit, if you will, if you see the stuff vertical, like the Instagram reels and all that kind of stuff, that's on my phone. I do all that on my phone. If I am shooting a video for like the YouTube, minus what we're doing here, because I actually have the laptop with the little laptop camera and the microphone, so I look official. You dress for the part you want, right?
Oh yes.
So I'll shoot it on the iPad. I only use the GoPros when I'm on the water. I actually have an iPad, and the camera works fine on it, and so I shoot most of my stuff on an iPad, on the horizontal stuff for the YouTube, and then that iPad specifically is for the YouTube stuff. Like that's all it is. That's all it's there for. I've filled it up twice. I've had to, edit, erase a lot, but that's why I asked you to email me this link earlier, because I don't have any social media on my computer. I do no social media. Computer is work. iPad is YouTube stuff or fun videos for the kayak shop or myself. And then my phone is just my social media, everything. So, yeah.
So the video in Kayak City of you putting the Garmin on, that was on the iPad?
iPad, yeah. And that's all edited right there on the iPad. Yeah, it takes time. Like I'll edit, I'll film, and like that was, a couple hour video. I will edit for like, because I'm dumb and do things the hard way, I will edit for like 4 hours, 5 hours at night. Like I work more after my family goes to bed.
Yeah. I go to bed sometimes 3 a.m. because I'm up doing things.
My guy. Yep. That's my thing.
Just working, doing the whatever. Sometimes I'm just sitting there scrolling, but it's my time.
Yeah.
And then I just get right back into what's going on. So yeah, the video of the install, I love that video because it reminded me that I'm still a juvenile. When you're sitting there trying to be serious and your son's like shooting bunnies. Did he just pass gas?
Yeah.
And the break for comic laughter was just like, yep, we're all still children.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, you can never take the funny out of a fart. I'm 43 years old. I do not care.
That's another shirt right there.
Yeah.
You're on your way to a whole new lineup.
Bro, you want to sit and talk? I got one-liners for days. I don't know where they come from, but they fall out of my head. But no, like it's again real. Like it really happened. It couldn't have happened at a better time. It was just that video was actually kind of difficult to shoot because I was doing the install and then I had to leave to go pick him up. My son's school is an hour from. I live right down the street from the shop, and my son's school is an hour away, so I had to drive an hour out and back, and then finish the video. So I was like, by the time we got back from 2 hours of driving, I was like, I just want to go home, So, but he couldn't have showed up in a better way for me, and dude, it was so awesome. Like I had to leave it in, no one's not gonna like that. I mean,
that made me like laugh, and then like a huge boost for Garmin was when he grabbed the motor, was like, it's so light. I'm like,
dude, the kid's a string bean, bro. I didn't expect him to actually pick it up.
Yeah, he's like curling it. He's like, what, this thing? Like,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Oh, it comes from making him pick up my tool bags for so many years.
Yeah, you're losing all that dad street cred. He's like, I can curl motors, Pop.
I know, dude. I'm
do a kick flip. Can you curl a motor? He goes to school. What'd you do? I'm like, just working out, curling motors.
Curling motors at the kayak shop.
Kayak shop. So with your YouTube, with your podcast, when does that air? I mean, do you?
That's
Are you on a schedule or just when
I
people?
try and keep a schedule. Like I said, there's going to be times where my family comes first, and food, money in the bank, food on the table, or children are sick, or wife, she's pregnant, so some days she's just too tired to do the kids, and I'm like, all right, cool, I got it. I can't. So there's not always going to be an episode, but I try every Wednesday to have an episode up every Wednesday morning for everybody. I record them on Monday nights, like I just recorded last night. And then I'll have it up today, but it won't post till Wednesday morning at like midnight or whatever. So yeah, every Wednesday I try and have an episode.
Now, let me ask you this, because I think you and I have a lot of similarities, and we've discussed them. So do you find that in your day job, do you have a lot of people that you chat with and get to joke around with for your business, or where you're the boss, or you more have to be reserved?
Well, I'm the boss and the only employee right now, so that works out pretty good.
Okay.
Joking with that guy, it's all bad. So, no, I mean, I come from years of construction. I was a union carpenter for years, and before that, I did plenty of construction, like basically did construction my whole life. So, for work, anyways. And so I would always just had the bros to like just joke with. I mean, a job site is no place for.
It's like a garage.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It is absolutely. And
the reason I ask is because I feel like for me, the podcast is like my chance to chat with somebody, just like to let it rip and do whatever. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like this is your outlet for just communication and interaction more so than like your day job?
So the cool thing about working for myself is in a day job, I'm working my hands. So I can either listen to books on tape, I can listen to podcasts. But a lot of times I'll have a headphone in, and I'm a 14-year-old girl inside. Not really, but like I'll call my friends and talk to them. Like I check in with my boys. Like I'm always talking to somebody. It's not that I need to, but I love my friends and I check in on them, and I have a handful of friends. So there's always somebody that I'm talking to. Like I talked to at least 3 people today, from the time I got off work at 3:00 to the time where I sat down with you at 4:30. Like it was 4:30 here. It's 7:30 you, but like it's 4:30 here. So yeah, I've had 3 different conversations with 3 different close friends. Like I talk to people. I can text, I do text, but I prefer the conversation. So the podcast for me is more, I'm genuinely interested in this individual. Like I want to have a genuine conversation with them. I want to get to know them. Daddy. Hang on one second. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Hi, baby. You want to say hi real quick? Yeah. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Do you want to go get mommy?
No.
Okay.
You
don't want to go get mommy? Hang on a second.
No.
Toddler life, dude.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So I'll be done in a minute, baby. I promise.
We're almost done.
Yeah. No, it's all good. No, she's sick today, so she's not feeling 100. So the podcast for me is more, I genuinely want to know stuff about this person. So I make sure, well, I don't make sure because sometimes I have my buddies on, but I make sure when I have a guest on, rarely do I do a lot of homework about them. Like I want to know everything for the first time. Like I go, hey, like, I felt bad. I had John Cruise on, way too big for my britches on that one, because I only know a little bit about him, but I wanted to know so much about him. So I tried to sit there and talk with him for a while. He was really busy. He was between meetings, so it was pretty short. But like I just get to know like the genuine conversation of like getting to know someone, and I want everybody else to be able to feel like they had that genuine conversation with them, because you listen to a lot of fishing podcasts. Yeah. They drop a lot of crumbs about who they are, but you don't really know who they are. So I'd like to get to know who they are.
Right. Plus, I think sometimes the naivety of not knowing who they are helps with the podcast. It's like, you're going to ask me about my last tournament. You're going to ask me about my favorite fishing rod. But if you're like, where's the best burger you ever had in your life? And they're like, Taco Bell. No.
Yeah. No, that's the thing is, like, and I want to know more about them and who they are as a person. So like I have a question time, and they're deeper questions than generally most of the podcast goes. It depends on the guest. Like some people really want to talk, and like I just had the leading mind in behavioral sciences about superstition on. He's actually a really nice guy. We talked probably more in the green room than we did on the podcast, but like he was just a really interesting individual. And he's willing to come on again. So I'm going to have like a full panel of people who have their superstitions lined out, and he's going to go ahead and analyze all that stuff and use it as data and break it down for everybody. So it's going to be fun.
Chase's tactical, his YouTube is
Wolf
Wolf of Walmart.
Wolf _ Walmart.
Yeah.
His underscores. Yeah.
Was it Hi Dave's family?
Hi Dave's family. Sorry guys. I feel so bad, man. Like it's 5 o'clock dinner time here.
So I will say this: we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap it up because, like I just told you, my oldest son, we just dropped him off at college, and I tell everyone I have a photo studio, and when we do new word sessions, I tell everyone when your child falls asleep on your chest, nothing comes between that. Like I don't care. Like unless the house is on fire, trash can go out later, dogs can be let out later. Messes can be cleaned up later. Let it happen because when it stops, it stops. And now they only do it when they're sick.
Yes.
So I saw her not want to let you go. And
no, it's all good. I don't want to shed a tear on this one, but I am second best in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Mom is king. You know, I'm the replacements, like the Keanu Reeves movie or whatever they did back in the day. You know, like I know that was built off another movie, but point being is like I'm the replacement when mom's not there. And last night at about midnight, my daughter got up from sleeping. I was sleeping in another room because I had to set an alarm because I had to get up super early. I didn't want to wake them up. So I'm sleeping in another room, and my daughter got up from bed on her own, came in, found me, crawled in bed. She said, "Daddy, I don't feel good." And I was like, "Okay, you just lay right here." And then she fell right asleep. And I was like, dude, I probably stayed awake for a couple hours just soaking it in, man. Because I mean, dude, there's something to be said about that moment. I don't know. I couldn't even explain to you what the chemicals fired in my brain, but I can tell you it was all good feelings, dude. So, yeah,
I'm with you on that one. That's one of those things. It's like I miss it, and now my oldest is 18, so if he does, it's really, really weird. But I don't feel good, Dad. Yeah, you better feel bad somewhere else. No.
Yeah, take that nastiness out of my house right now. You're 18. Get
out of here. Yeah,
man. Well, dude,
awesome.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Thanks for coming on. I think that we covered everything. Is there anything you want to shout out before we jump off?
Well, always shout out the boys at Kayak City. Always shout out Jason over at FluxJet. He's really been taking care of me. Matt and Brad over the Catch Podcast for giving me the opportunity to have my podcast. And then, I mean, there's too many names to shout out. But all the boys, you know who you are, man. Dude Pride till we die. It's like Dude Pride's like that level above bromance, but before like full blown relationship, Dude Pride. And dude, thanks to my wife for holding it down, because I'm moving in a lot of directions and she holds this household down. So
they generally do. Yeah. So my wife does as well. Just, we've been married so long, I can't let her know because then she'll like expect it.
Oh yeah. Dude, that's my thing. Is you got to lower the expectations. Keep it low.
Did you get her flowers on the first date? I'm not buying flowers every time. No. Yeah.
I'll get her flowers after I get out of jail or something.
I gave her a pedal.
Yeah.
And then we'll work our way up. No. So awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, you have some great content, some great stuff. I love watching your podcast because, like you said, even you said you don't really go in with any predetermined path. It's just whatever happens. And sometimes those paths go some very interesting ways. And your videos that have the true raw moments, like I said, with the incident with the young child.
Don't say it that way. Just say my son ripped ass.
Oh yeah. He farted. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I guess after saying the mustache and going to the
bro.
I'm sorry.
Be in a corner here. Stereotype.
Let's rewind that one. No. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on. I think it was a great conversation. I appreciate you coming in. I'm going to go ahead and throw you in the back end and then say goodbye to everyone. I'll come in and say goodbye to you.
One more thing.
Yep.
Shout out to the boys over at Dark Horse Tackle. If you ain't got a Dark Horse Tackle box, go look it up. Go get yourself a box. Those are my ride or dies right there.
Tactical said, I'm just not finding his channel. Go to Wolf_of_Walmart, and it should pop up.
It should, I think.
Mhm.
Somewhere. I'm like looking on my phone now. I don't even know my own channel, guys. Like, yeah, no, yeah, Wolf_of_Walmart. Yeah, that's me right there. So yeah, man. I mean, thanks for everything.
Right there.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, if I never amount to anything, at least it'll be out there for somebody. Like there's a lot of stuff that we do in the podcast where there's like messages, whether it's a veteran or something.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh, yes.
just out there to help other people in the community. That's a very important thing.
Heroes on the Water.
Yeah,
I volunteer for them whenever I can. They're a great organization. They help a lot of people. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put you in the back, and I'll be right back with you.
Bye, everybody.
All right, everyone. That was episode 34 with Dave Urke. And if you get an opportunity, please go check him out on YouTube at Wolf of Walmart, Wolf_of_Walmart. He's also on TikTok and Instagram. He's got some great stuff to check out. Also, go to snakerivermanufacturing.us. Check out everything that Steve and the crew have done. They have great trailers that will make you look like the best dude at the boat ramp when you're backing your kayak down. Also, go check out Viking Kayaks USA, VikingKayakUSA.com, and see all they have to offer. They've got some great kayaks, and they're available here in the USA. So, also, this is sponsored by Kayak Coffee. So, if you guys are in the market for any coffee, go to kayakcoffee.com and use Cafe 20 for 20% off of your order. And if you're looking for a nice mug, Nico's Art Therapy on Facebook. All of the proceeds from the mug sales through them go for Nico's Therapy. So go check them out. Again, thank you all for joining us. Hopefully you had as much fun as we did. Look forward to seeing you next week. And go check out usakfm.com and check out